Sometimes in the name of energy, even when you eat too much, you think that, oh, by eating too much, I'll have more energy. It's terribly wrong. By eating too much, you are draining your energy. Yes. Eating the limit will give you energy. If you eat more, your system has to spend more to digest. It's just as simple as any machine. The car eats gasoline to run. That's its prana. Because it runs on gasoline. If you take a bottle of gasoline and pour into the carburetor, the car will get suffocated. It will cough. Right? As you drive the car, simply pull the choke and little, it gets choked. The engine coughs. Why? It gets more gasoline going into the carburetor. So you see, though it needs gasoline to run, it just needs the proper amount and a proper mixture, air-gas mixture. Likewise, our machine runs with energy, food, but proper food, proper limit. If a machine is made for gasoline, you cannot put crude oil into that. So you should know what is the fuel for this body, with what fuel it runs, and how much it needs. Sure, when you go in the fast lane, you consume a little more. If you stay in the right lane, you consume less. So it depends upon your daily activity also. We know a lot about other machines, but we don't know anything much about our own machine in which we are living, which we are using every day. Probably you might have heard me saying, this is nothing but our own RV, recreation vehicle. You live in this. It has a kitchen, it has a computer room, it has a toilet room, it has headlights, it is a horn, everything. Keep them properly inflated. Overinflation rattles the whole body. See, everything just. The tire needs pressure, but put 1 pound more, the whole body shakes. 1 pound less, the tire gets wasted. See, what a beautiful lesson we learn even from these little machines. Everything well adjusted, well balanced. Our life should be like that. Then you don't have to worry about your energy level. You're always full with energy. You live your allotted lifetime. Nature or God has given us certain amount of time. We should live till the last minute. You are born, sure, one day you are going to die, positive. Until the last breath. Yes. That's your birthright. Sandadamam ilamayodirukkalam. The great saint Ramalinga Swami. You can always be young. Sandadamam ilamayodirukkalam. It's possible. That's the way it should be. Thirumula says, Uruttarita nadiyil odunguhindra vayuvai கருத்தினால் இருத்திய கபாலமேற்றவல்லிரேல் விருத்தரும் பாலராவர் மேனியும் சிவந்திடும் அருத்தனாரிய பிரபாதம் அம்மை பாதம் உண்மையே. Got it? Even the tone sounds like something. That ஒரு தரித்த நாடியில் ஒடுங்குகின்ற வாயுவை கருத்தினால் இருத்திய கபாலமேற்றவல்லிரேல். If you know how to preserve your breath, if you know how to lift it up instead of leaving it in the drain, viruttarum balaravar, even the old will become young. Oh yes. You are old now. Doesn't matter. Don't say it's too late now. I'm already old, weakened. No. You can become young. Meniyum sivandidam. Boy, your complexion should be beautiful. It says, Meniyum sivandidam. The body will shine. It will give a new glow. True. And those are all not just words to decorate the poem. They are true. Did our God ever get old? Has he ever gone to the medical hospital? You go into any church or synagogue or a temple, the God is always there. No sick leave. You cannot just... Have you ever heard the priest, oh, today God is not here because he took a sick leave and he is in the hospital? Why? Because God is always young, always healthy. And remember, we are the image of that God. Do the right. You can be always like that. You can be young, ever young. What is your service? What was your profession before you were a Swami? It's a nice question. Read my biography. But I could just give you a quick glimpse. I was born as a baby. Studied like a student. Then got into various kinds of professions. Because I'm a jack of all, master of none. I put my hands in everything. Little mechanical, little electrical, little automobile, little cinematography, little agricultural, little temple management, little business. I sold from the little beetle nut to the motor cars. You know beetle nut, the Indian chew. So, little of everything. But of course, I really never failed in any of those things. I always found success, but very soon the interest waned. So I take something else. Then there was nothing more to do. So I decided not to do anything. When I decided not to do anything, I was made to do a lot of things afterwards. My boss took over my job. He made me do a lot of things, and that seemed to be very interesting until now. So the final profession was becoming an instrument in the hands of God. And he seemed to be doing a good job with this instrument. Because I never revolted. I said, whatever you do, fine with me. However you use me, use me. I don't have to worry about it. Either you Mr. use me or misuse me, it doesn't matter. Mr. use, misuse, master use, doesn't matter. So it looks like when I got into this profession, I seem to be happy ever after. No problem. I don't have to change profession anymore. So the rest, see in the book. Welcome, says Swamiji. He has said that as more people seek God in this new age, there will be more evil manifest also. What is that? Must evil always match good? If so, then is it futile to hope for a better world? Or is the only better world beyond this world? Boy. So the nature is like that. Evil is not really evil. When you really understand the nature, then you understand the other side of that, the counterpart also. You increase the intensity of the light. You are simultaneously increasing the shadow of it also. Brighter the light, darker the shadow. Is it not so? And you can't call that evil. It's just the other side, that's all. It will always be there. Because it's not just only the light. You allow another object also to be next to the light. If there is only light, it won't cast shadow. When there is two, then one becomes light, the other one casts shadow. Little philosophy. But when you really understand the absolute truth, you raise above both. At that level, there's no good, there's no bad. You see them both in the same light. As just two sides of the same coin. One without the other is impossible. The good becomes good, or gets the label good because of the bad, so-called bad. Without a left, there's no right. Without an up, there's no down. The world is always a mixture of these two sides. Dvandvam, they call it. So don't look for an absolute one-sided world. It's impossible. But when you get enlightened, when you understand the nature properly, then to you, it's all good. It's all the same. We have to understand the so-called evil in this light. Evil is not just an evil. No. It's just the wrong way of reading life. You live. Read it the other way, it becomes evil. A-V-I-L, L-I-V-E. And remember, sattva is the balance between the two. Rajas and tamas, superactivity or inactivity. One side is a dynamic activity, you call it rajas. Another side, total inertia. When you see them both and understand them both, you come to a balance. And that is sattva. You get the equanimity. Even the word equanimity. How do you become equanimity? Get equanimity. How do you get balanced? If you want to get balanced, there should be two things to get balanced. If there's no two things, everybody is balanced. So life is filled with that. That's why I often call that as a sort of surfing game. Up and down. A wave is an up and down. The crest and the depression. Without that you cannot surf. How many people spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars to go all the way to Hawaii just to face the challenge, the ups and downs in life. And then they enjoy it. So if you want to enjoy the life, you have to have the ups and downs, or the good and bad. If it's all good, you can't enjoy the life. Don't forget that truth. Don't look for all good. No. That's why I even advise a couple when they get married. I say, don't be always honey, honey, honey. No. Have a pinch here and there. Yeah. Pain is like salt in life. Suffering is like salt in life. No salt, it becomes tasteless. Too much salt, no good. So just sparingly. So you have to have not only the honey in your life, you should have a little salt in your life also. Yeah. Then life is very tasty. You need challenge. So a better world is not something beyond this world. The same world becomes better to you if you know how to surf. And if you really know how to surf, you should have big waves in life. Otherwise, what good of your surfing? So you enjoy. Sometimes if you don't see big waves in life, you even seem to miss it. Say, what is this? Everything is boring, no challenge. No pain, nobody is giving me some suffering. Come on, you guys, don't always pamper me. Bring me some suffering also. I want to surf. Yeah. Keep that in mind. If anybody brings you the other half, be happy with that fellow. Thank that person. Not only the person who always gives you gift gets your thanks,